Welcome to Across the Gulf Coast, highlighting organizations, events, and people from around our local community.
Hello, I'm Cam Johnson, Public Affairs Manager for Cox Communications, and I'd like to welcome you to the October episode of Across the Gulf Coast. Well, things are still in high gear up and down the Emerald Coast with a lot of events taking place, and we're going to start off in Pensacola to talk about the Great Gulf Coast Arts Festival. And joining me now to talk about that are Anna Dice and Sam Hines. Thank you so much for coming on the program today.
Thank you very much for having us. Thank you to Cox for allowing us this time to talk about our festival.
Absolutely. You guys do a great job. You put on a great festival, so it's our pleasure to have you guys come on and talk about everything that people can see down there. So, Sam, let's get started with that. But first, actually, give me a little background on the Arts Festival. How long has it been going on, and what is the reason behind the festival?
Because this will be our 47th annual festival this year. Our mission is to promote the arts in the local community, and that's what we're all about. Just a side note off of that, we give 12 scholarships, to $500 scholarships to 12 PSC and UWF students. We also give grants to things like Museum of Art, Artel, Man of Food Banks, etc. So that's the way we promote the arts. We also, the festival brings in art. This is a chance for you to come down. In our festival, we have fine artists, heritage artists, music artists, dance, performing arts, children's art, culinary arts, jazz music this year, a historic storytelling. So there is something in our festival for everyone.
There's a little something for everybody, and Anna's going to give us a little bit more detail about the artists in a second. But first, Sam, can you please tell me when the festival is taking place, where, all the who, what, when, wheres?
Yes, sir. It's going to be, this year is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Friday and Saturday we're open from 9 to 5, and Sunday we're open from 9 to 4. And it's in Seville Square, Fountain Park, Bartram Park. We've actually even expanded into the newly dedicated Museum Plaza over by Wentworth. Yeah. So, and that's where we've added our jazz music this year and the historic storytelling. We've even expanded our culinary arts over that direction as well. So.
And I think one important note too is the cost to attend the festival.
Thank you for reminding me. It is free to the public all 3 days. There are musical acts all 3 days. Of course, the artists are there all 3 days. The culinary arts are there. One of the things that we do that's kind of interesting is actually on Friday we have this very special arts day, and we actually bring special needs children from the local schools in and just take them through the children's area setup. Yeah. I mentioned the children's dance stage, the children's dance stage as well.
Okay.
So there is just something for everything, if I cannot stress that enough. Free to the public, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd this year.
Okay, great. Anna, so let's kind of dive in a little bit to some of the artists that you have coming and some of the different types of artwork that people can see. Tell us, as we go to the festival, what kind of exhibits we will be able to see there.
Absolutely. So in the footprint of Seville Square, we have 212 fine artists. Wow. Now, that's a juried art show. And that means we had 2 professionals, jury 500 and some applications, to bring it down to the 212 best. So we're excited about them being there. Around Zaragoza is where we have our heritage artists, and there's about 52 of those. Old favorites and new ones again. Again, with our Fine Arts Festival, we see some folks who come every year because they're juried in every year. But we always have some new ones. That breaks down. They're from 30 states. 50 of those are out of Florida, and about 12 of those are local artists as well.
Yeah, I think that kind of, something you said there, separates you guys from the rest. Y'all don't just allow anybody to come in.
No, sir.
You pick and choose the best of the best. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that says a lot for the quality that you guys are trying to bring in.
Absolutely. We are ranked number 9 by Sunshine Artists, and that's a national ranking of fine arts festivals. So that's a pretty esteemed thing that we're proud of this year. We also bring in an international artist. So this year, that artist is coming to us from the Philippines. His name is Esmeraldo Abalde, and he's a a really neat artist that's painting, and we're excited to have him. And he's in the booth right beside the gazebo on O'Keefe Alley.
Okay.
That kind of covers around that that curve. On the other end of that, we also do a program called Emerging Artist, and that's where we have 2 local artists who are new to showing their art and being a part of arts festivals. So that's Crystal King is one of those artists, and she does jewelry and beadwork, very detailed and beautiful work. And then Rob Unikey is out of Pensacola Beach. She's out of Pensacola, he's out of Pensacola Beach, and he does some really beautiful paintings. So some really kind of neat ways that we bring artists in and fill that in.
Yeah, and if you haven't been, I highly encourage you, because it is a lot of different types of art and really neat stuff. And like you said, a lot of locals with a lot of talent in this area.
Absolutely.
Do y'all have a listing on the website or anything where people can see some of the artists or maybe some of the musical acts or performances that are taking
Yes,
place?
sir. www.ggaf.org will have a pretty good listing of everything that we got going on this year.
There's a little section there where it'll tell you a little bit more about the emerging artist, and then probably in the next couple weeks we'll have actually a great little gallery to click through to see what artists are there. So we have 11 mediums, and they're broken down that way, so you can see what ceramic artists are going to be there, what painters, what sculpture artists, and they're really an impressive group this year.
Well, perfect. Well, Anna and Sam, thank y'all both so much for coming on the show today. I really appreciate it, and good luck with your event.
Well,
Yeah,
thank
thank
you,
you so
Ken.
much.
Thanks again for having us. Really
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. Look forward to seeing y'all next year.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Stay with us, and when we come back, we'll be talking about the Egg Fest.